So have you been thinking about getting really serious about LinkedIn? If you're a coach, a speaker, a trainer, author, LinkedIn is the place for you to build your brand and actually leverage it so that you can increase your impact and your income. And so today I want to talk about if you've been thinking about it or you've been toying around with LinkedIn, kind of back and forth. I did that at one time. Not being consistent. I want to share with you how being consistent all year with LinkedIn has helped grow my business, grow my brand, and the different things that it has done for me. So today I want to take you step by step into 5 ways that you could either get serious with LinkedIn, rebrand on LinkedIn, or just whatever it is you think you might want to do with LinkedIn to build your business, because it will do that. And if that is something you are interested in, you might want to keep watching. Well, hello, awesome people. I want to talk about today 5 ways that you can leverage LinkedIn to build your brand and do so many other things for you and your business, especially if you're a coach, a speaker, a trainer, author, and LinkedIn is the place to be. Now, I have been back and forth with it at one while, inconsistent, this and that. But when I decided to get serious, LinkedIn opened a lot of doors for my business. So let's dive into talking about that today. And if you find value in our channel, I hope that you will become a subscriber, hit that notification bell, and every time we do a video, which is about once a week, you will get notified so you can build and brand and grow your business. So let's talk about the first thing I did. Number 1, and I hope you got that pen and paper ready. Number 1, I decided to get serious about this platform. I didn't want to be everywhere, all over the place, all of the time anymore. And as an online marketing specialist and an AI trainer, of course, I'm on several sites, but I have a team. But when I was a solo entrepreneur and just working by myself, I would only be on maybe 2 social media sites, because building a brand includes more than social media. You have to do your email. You have to connect with people. So, you don't want to be overwhelmed, and you have a life, right? And I like to talk about a 3-day plan. So when I decided to get serious about picking a primary platform to grow my brand, leverage my business, I decided on LinkedIn, and my second one is YouTube. Okay. So I'm using LinkedIn and YouTube to build my brand. So if you're taking notes, I want you to think about 2 platforms that you want to get serious about building your brand. We're almost at the end of the year. We're going to be getting ready for a new year. And I like to say, imagine where you can be in just 30, 60, 90 days if you decided to get really serious about 1 or 2 platforms. So the first thing is getting serious about LinkedIn. And when I say getting serious about LinkedIn, I mean deciding and being committed to posting and connecting at least 3 times a week. Even LinkedIn says you don't need to be on more than 3 times a week. So you pick your 3 days to build your brand and leverage your business on LinkedIn 3 days a week. And then you decide, you get your mindset right, and you say, I'm going to do this. I'm going all in for 30, 60, 90 days and see what happens with your brand. Good things are going to happen. So that's the first thing. You want to get serious about it. Now, if you say, well, okay, I've been on LinkedIn, I have a channel, but I haven't done much with it. That's okay. So the second thing is you want to do an assessment of your channel. If you have a LinkedIn channel, LinkedIn has changed so much. It's so different. It's not just for jobs anymore and resumes. It is a full-blown site where you can build your brand. You can put videos, you can give value. And we're going to talk about what kind of content, because it's not about selling your services, right? It's about building a brand so that you lead people down the funnel to your services. So the second thing, like we're talking about, is to do an assessment. And you may say, I haven't been on there in a while. Okay, you can decide to use the same LinkedIn personal page. You get more traction with your personal page than you do a business. LinkedIn say if you are 1 to 2 people, solo entrepreneurs, just maybe you 1 or 2, then do the personal. If you have a business with employees and a company, yes, you could do a business. You can have both, but you don't need both. So you want to start with the personal LinkedIn page. You do not need to pay for premium. Okay. So if you want to use your same page, then we're going to do some revamping. Or if you want to do a new page, then you just start a new LinkedIn page. So let's just say for this video, you're going to revamp the page that you have. For instance, I have a page, my personal LinkedIn page is called Marsha Lynn Hudson. Now, of course, I have a business page also, but we're going to talk about the personal page because that's where you get more traction. So if you're going to assess it, you're going to look at the first things, you're going to look at the cover, like the banner, all right? And you want to make sure that that cover, because that's the first thing that people see, that cover, that banner will have something that lets people know something about you. I like to say you can put a slogan on that cover or banner. My slogan is, we don't just train, we transform. I like to say you can put your website link on that banner or your email, or you can put, you might think, what else could I put? You can put something that represents your business. I have a picture of my book that I've written on my banner. So it's like a billboard. It kind of gives people an insight when they first land on your page. It gives your slogan. It may give your website or your email or something that you've done that relates to your brand. So that's what you want to put. Put your brand colors, 1 to 2 colors. So you can create that in Canva. And you can go to Canva and you can go to the search bar and type in LinkedIn cover, okay, or LinkedIn banner, and you get all of these templates and it's already sized for you. And you could just adjust it to where you want it to be and then upload it to your LinkedIn page. So that's the first thing as you are in this assessment stage. The next thing is your profile picture. You don't need to do logos anymore, okay? You could either put a picture of you. People do business with people. You're the brand. Or you could do a picture of something that represents your business. Like some people have a book, or some people have, a podcast image, but you don't need to do a logo. We want to see you. We want to do business with you. We want you to be the brand. So I like to say, put a nice image of you in the profile picture. Okay. So as we're making this assessment, that's what we do. The next thing is called your title. Okay. So you're going to have your name and your headliner. Up under your name, it gives you characters where you can let people know about you and what you do. Okay, so that headliner is very important. You go to the edit profile and you do that headliner. We're talking about assessing and revamping your page if you hadn't been there a while. And so you can put on there what your position is. You can put on there how you help people, what you help people do. And so that headliner lets people know if they want to connect with you and follow you. Okay, so that's very important. You can put like 3 or 4 lines of words there. I put my title, Online Marketing Specialist and AI Trainer. I put how I help coaches and speakers and entrepreneurs monetize their message, build their brand, grow their business. And then I also put other things about me, that I am an educator, an author, a speaker, a coach. So you can put all of those things in the headliner. So it lets people know how you help them, who you are, what your brand stands for. So then the next thing is you have a section in the personal page. It's called featured section. All right. That's not on the business part. It's a nice section. It's the feature section. And in the feature section, you can put links to things and they stay at the top of your LinkedIn page. So you can feature your podcast. You can feature your YouTube channel. You can feature your book. You can feature if you're a speaker, people want to book you. So in my featured section, you can put 3, 4, 5 features up there. When people go to LinkedIn page and they see the featured section, they're going to see all of these features where they can click a link and go to your podcast, or click a link and go to your YouTube, or click a link and go to your website. So that's a really good feature on LinkedIn. And so then we go to our about section. Now, about section is not all about our accolades. It is about how we help the target audience that we're trying to reach. And so now with LinkedIn, your about section is more of a storytelling section. You can go to ChatGPT an AI tool, right? And you can put in the chat GPT what you do, who you are, who you serve, what your brand is about, and ask chat GPT to give you a great about section for your LinkedIn. And it will get and tell it to give it in a storytelling fashion, a fashion where the conversation is between you and your target client. And so in my about section, I might have how my business is about growing your business. And then I may tell a little bit more about how I help people with their online marketing. And then down the road in the about section, yes, I can tell about me and some of my accolades, but mainly the about section is about them, how you help them, what you do for them, and how you can highlight them. So it's different from how it used to be, where the about section was all about us and our accolades and how many years we've been in business and how many years we've gone to college. That is not the way to do it anymore. Social media is social, and it's about reaching out and speaking to your target client. But in your experience section, you can put your experiences. You can even put your experiences in a tone that's more like storytelling. LinkedIn has just really changed. It's not this businessy, jargony language anymore. It's more of conversation, being relatable, reaching out to the target people who you want to work with, them seeing you as human and relatable, and then them wanting to connect with you and work with you. So you still going to get the clients that you need. So that's what you're going to do when you're doing an assessment. So now you've gone through the banner or the cover, you fix that in Canva. You got a nice picture. You could take that picture with your cell phone, get in front of some light, take a nice picture. You got your name and your headliner section that I talked about. You have your about section. You can go to ChatGPT and ask it to give you an about for your LinkedIn, which it does a great job. You update your experiences, and you have done a great assessment and add your feature of your page. Now you're ready to go, right? So the next thing, number 3, after you've done your assessment, number 3, you want to start thinking about your content pillars. What do you want to say on this page so you can connect with the right decision makers? And so your content pillars will make up what you're going to post your 3 days a week, right? So in part 3, in section 3, or part 3 of this is, okay, I have a content pillar, and you may have an inspiration pillar. You may have an education pillar. You may have a lifestyle pillar, entrepreneur journey pillar, whatever your content pillars are. You want to have 3 to 5. That's what you're going to use to post to your LinkedIn page, okay? And it makes it easy because you can make a calendar where you have enough for the 12 weeks that would be your 3 months, right? And so once you decide on your content pillars, you're going to decide, okay, what am I going to post my week 1, my 3 days? And of course, ChatGPT can help you. So for example, you might say, well, I think I'm going to do mindset posts. I think I'm going to do mindset posts this week on my LinkedIn page. I want to reach out to my target audience, and I want to put mindset posts because I know it is very important to have a mindset of growth and success if we want to have a business of growth and success. And so another week, I may do posts on branding because I know how important it is to build a brand. And I might talk about consistency in branding and connecting with the right people. A third week, I may talk about how important it is to keep in contact and nurture with your people through email. Well, another week, I may just share my entrepreneur journey on my LinkedIn page. So LinkedIn is not this staunchy businessy place anymore. Now, you don't want to just show up any kind of way, but you want to have content that speaks to your target audience, and you want to have content that they can relate to. So you want to have a tone where it's normal, everyday conversation language about their challenges. Your content can speak to their challenges. Your content can speak to their frustrations. Your content can speak to their struggles. And then your content can speak to their desires. This is going to be great for our next segment, and that would be part 4, connections and comments. Okay, so now we want to make connections with the right people, and we want to make comments. And so I like to say, try to connect with 5 people to 10 each day. That's 30 people a week, because we talked about a 3-day-a-week plan. So now you're making connections. And so with LinkedIn, you go and you look at other people's headliner section. You go and see what they're about, and you make connections, and you make comments on their posts. And your comments shouldn't just be, oh, that's nice, or that was good, or I agree. Your comments should be 2 or 3 sentences. It should mention something from their post, or it should mention something about what they do. Make your comments like a small little TED talk, 2 to 3 sentences, because other people see your comments and they will want to connect with you. So it's important. And I have a guide, and I'll put a link down below where I have an AI playbook, and it talks about what kind of comments to say, what to say in the DM, prompts and all of that. And I'll put that link below. It's my AI playbook, and it's great, and it's free, and you can grab that in the link below. But so you want your comments to reach out to the people. You want your comments to let them know, I see your post, and that's great. But you want your comments to be more than just I agree or I like that, because the algorithm sees your comments, other people sees your comments, and it's very important. So now you're making comments and you're making connections with the right people. And so as you're doing this, which leads us to our last thing for this video, number 5, as you're doing this, what you're doing is you're building a brand on LinkedIn that's going to leverage your business. Someone eventually, if you're consistent, someone may want you to be on their podcast. Eventually, someone may want you to do a speak for them, or someone may want to reach out with you for a coaching session, or you may eventually write your book, because with AI, you can write your book in like 2 weeks. Someone may want you to speak on your book. There are just so many ways that you can leverage your LinkedIn. You may decide to use some other features. You may decide to do LinkedIn Live. That's free. You can do that on LinkedIn. You may decide to start your blog, do your articles. That's free. You could do your blog and your articles on LinkedIn. You can just use your same content and post it. So you can do your blogs, you can do your articles, you can do short form video. You can put a 1-minute video on your LinkedIn. It's just, it should be a place where you're looking at LinkedIn as a business to attract business. And it is a place to attract other types of things that you can use to leverage your brand. Like I said, writing a book, doing a podcast, getting people to ask you to be on their podcast, connecting with decision makers, getting people to say, hey, can you do a talk on our platform? There's just so many things. All of these things have opened up for me when I decided to get serious about using LinkedIn. And I'm glad I have, because I've met so many great people. I've gotten information from people in the DMs. You know, I've gotten referrals. I've gotten great contacts. I've gotten great resources. I've gotten people to ask me to speak on their platforms like GoDaddy, Clarify. It's just been wonderful. And the fact that I write books and I have a podcast, I've been able to reach out to people and ask them to be on my podcast. It just opens so many doors for your brand. It's not always just about making money with a client. Of course, we need to make money. Of course, we need to get clients. But there's so many other ways you can leverage your brand as a coach, a speaker, an author, entrepreneur when using LinkedIn. You don't need to be on all of these sites, especially if you just own them, because I always like to say posting and hoping is not a strategy. But LinkedIn is a great strategy for us to build a brand, leverage our brand, grow our business month after month, meet decision makers who are actually going to help us increase our impact and increase our income. So I hope that these 5 tips have helped you if you're thinking about, I need to revamp and get serious with LinkedIn. Now that LinkedIn has changed so much, I need to make a change and I need to get on there, because that's what's going to happen when you get busy and get serious just 3 days a week. It probably only takes you about 20 minutes with AI now. And I'll put some more links below for you that's going to help you on how to use AI to save time, to be consistent, to boost your productivity so much. So you can get all of that free in the link below. And as I like to always say, don't forget, the secret sauce to your success is you.